Good morning, everyone. This is Cheryl here. As you can see, I'm coming to you today with, and I'm going to be doing something that I've never done before. I'm going to be making twinchies, okay? A couple of months ago, I didn't even know what a twinchie was. So I'm going to attempt, I've been challenged to make some, so I'm going to attempt to make some twinchies. So what I have done is I have gone through and I pulled out some Tim Holtz background paper and cut it into 2-inch by 2-inch pieces here. It's double-sided, so I can work on either side. So if I get stuck, I can turn around and maybe work on the other side. I don't know. I like this. Tim Holtz has some cute florals here. This was a cute floral page. And on the back, it's cute as well because it's kind of an advertisement, and it's like a pink color. So I don't know. What am I going to do? I don't know. I've never made these before. So this is not Tim Holtz paper. This was a little piece that was in like an ephemera pack or something that I got, or maybe even a Happy Mail. It's just a little 2x2 square, exactly 2x2, and I love the back side of it here. So I've pulled out buttons and tiny labels and pieces to tear and butterflies to fussy cut, and I even have some beach themed pieces here in case I decide to do something beach themed on one of these pieces. I don't know which one. Maybe the back side of one of these. I don't know. Maybe this one. I don't know. So, I also even pulled out this Tim Holtz style collage paper that I made a week or so ago. And, many thanks and hugs to Teresa Tubb. When I posted it, I said, oh, it didn't even come out good. But she said, yes, it did. She said, put it aside, let it sit, come back to it another day. Let it sit overnight. Come back and look at it tomorrow. It will look different to you. And it did. What words of wisdom. So I have this, and I have not used any of this yet. So I could tear pieces of this maybe. I don't know if I will or if I won't, but I brought it out. And of course, I have all my little bowls of tiny things that collect. I mean, do y'all have this? See this? Look at this. This, in amongst all this, is tiny pieces and things that I can pull from. Do you guys have that? Oh, I'm sure you do. And look at this. I have all these packs of little tiny things, and plus what I've already put on the desk. And looky here, there's like some Tim Holtz little labels and things in there, and pieces over here of scrap paper that I can tear, and my threads and buttons. Look at my buttons and just my little pieces that I have, little buttons, little flowers, little digitals, little grungy. I'm hoping to do some Tim Holtz style. And this one is a shank button, and I don't know, I might be able to cut the shank off. I've done that before, cut the shanks off of the buttons. I have wax seals. They're kind of big, but I don't know. You never know. They might go in a corner. We will see. I have little tiny bits, I have my little tiny bits of laces and, little things like this that you might need someday for something. And so here we go. Got that. And of course, I have my coffee. And I'm drinking it out of my new Ray Dunn cup, which one of my daughters got for me for Mother's Day, in a beautiful gift pack that she put together. Has a saucer. So, cheers. And her and I spent the day together yesterday. We went and bought flowers. We also stopped at a flea market. So I was looking for a book. This is off topic, but I was looking for a book. You know, I like to use old books to make covers. I usually take the inside out, unless I'm doing an altered book. I take the inside out. I even cut the spine off most of the time, and I use the cover, front and back cover. I make a new spine, and I make a book cover. But then I got to looking at it, so this might be my new read first. You know, reading really sparks your creativity. You know, you have to use your imagination a lot of times when you're reading, and you have to use your imagination when you're creating something as a craft. So to feed that, you have to feed your creativity. You have to feed it food. So reading is one of the ways that you can do that. So this is actually a true story. It's called In Pieces, and it's by Sally Fields, and it's a memoir of her life. So I love Sally Fields. So I'm thinking, oh, I can't take this book apart before I read it. So I'll probably read it first. Anyway, let's get started. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't exactly know where to start. So I'm going to start by inking these little guys. And look how quick it is. Oh my. You can ink them in no time. And I'm going to kind of choose some that I'm going to work on today with you. And then the rest of them I'm going to set aside. So, like I said, they're two-sided. I could use either side of that, you know. If I wanted to do one this way and one this way. And I might. Same with this. This has purple flowers and pink and green on like a black background. But look at that. That's pretty too. So I don't know. But I'm inking them up first because, you know, when you do stuff, inking is like, to me, inking is important. It's one of the first things I do. All right. I love this one. So, anyway, this doesn't take any time at all. Twinchies. And what are twinchies? I didn't even know what they were used for, but, you know, basically they're almost like a cluster. And they're 2x2. And you can use them as an embellishment, pocket filler. I can see them, you know, mostly like a page embellishment or a pocket embellishment or whatever you want to do with it that way. You know what I mean? So if you can make a cluster, I imagine you can make a twinchy. So I'm going to take some of them away because I'm not going to do all of these today. That would just maybe bore you. So let's see what we can come up with. I don't know. So I'm going to start with what I always start with. A lot of times I start with some book page. This is very old, fragile book page. You know? So what if I just put a little piece of book page on there? I really don't like this to be that jagged, so I'm actually going to cut that a little bit because even tearing it would make it, you know, it's too fragile. So I'm going to kind of do this. Maybe I'll do it this way because then it'll get covered up. So, little fragile pieces. I don't know if I like to work with that. Maybe might be a little too fragile. Here's some dictionary page. And yeah, I think I need my roller. I want that torn look, but I don't want it to be too raggy-taggy. Put that on there. Yeah. So music paper. It's pretty fragile too. You can just tell some of this old paper, you know, is like really fragile. So maybe I can put some music paper there. Oh, some music paper there. Maybe I do. Gonna ink it up. I love how the old paper takes the ink too. You ever notice that? It just really takes the ink. You don't have to go over it and over it. It just really, it works. I got these upside down. Sometimes I can't tell unless there's words or something or numbers on there. Okay. Here again. This paper, man, it just takes the ink. Now I'm going to use it again. I like this dictionary page. And I'm going to use it on this here. These are so small. I'm so used to collaging with bigger pieces. So I feel like, Now I don't know if I can use this or not. I wonder what happens if I tear a piece of this. I mean, does it look right? It doesn't look bad. I like it. Maybe I like this on top. And this like this. And does it take the ink? Indeed it does. Look at that. I really like it. Maybe I like it on this. Maybe it'll show up. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's pretty. So I'm going to put that there. Don't want another piece. What piece do I want? Maybe I don't want that on everything. Wish you were here to tell me. Wish you could tell me. I'm going to tear out this little leafy piece. Little leafy piece. See that? Gonna tear it. Oh my goodness. I'm using my Tim Holtz stuff creations. All right. Oops. I love it. So I'm just not being too precious about anything, not being too straight and narrow, you know, about everything, just putting it on there because you want it to look like Tim Holtz stuff. That's what I want it to look like. I want it to look, you know, like he put it together. So I'm playing around here with this fragile paper. There. I think I had too wide of a piece, and maybe here too. My goodness. Come on. It's because I'm used to working with bigger stuff. I've never done these twinchies. Never done these twinchies before. How will they turn out? I don't know. We're going to see. So technically, a collage is 3 or 5 pieces. You work in 3s or 5s. So how hard can it be here? So, all right, I need something on here. I'm just gonna put this in there to start with because I really love that. Do I like that on there though? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Just wait. Look, I have map. Do I want a piece of map on there? Have it? Oh, we have ocean over here. We have ocean they use. We have ocean. So I might might want a piece of the ocean. There we go. Put those over there. Okay, I hope you can see. Hope I'm in the camera here. I'm trying to be in the camera. So I have a piece of the ocean here. Yeah. Not too particular. I'm going to put that on there. And then, since this is ocean themed, and I want it to be kind of blue, I might put this little piece of organza ribbon over it on that. You know? And what else? How about this turtle? Is that too big for on there? Might be. How about, well, I don't know. Look at me. I'm just all indecisive because I want it to look nice. How about some of this? And a shell. How about that? There we go. That's a beachy theme. I don't know, ladies. I don't know if I'm doing what I ought to be doing here on that one. I'm going to leave that one. That I need to leave that be for right now because I can't really decide. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Now that is cute. And that's going to live right there. Even though it hangs over a little, we don't care about that because when you collage, you know, that can be how it is sometimes. And maybe a little button. Look at there. There's one. So this one is kind of botanical as well. So I'm thinking I'm wondering, you know, I like that on there. I don't care if it's big. I think I need to make this smaller so I can see some of the background, because the background does have like blue in it. This paper has a little tiny bit of blue, and maybe we need to see some of it. So there we go. Look at that. I think that's pretty. What do you guys think? So on this one, I need a little piece of lace, I think, on that one because it is a floral one. So what about if we put some lace on there, music paper, and another little flower down there? What if we do that? I like it. Well, the lace doesn't show up enough for me, so maybe we can do something about that. I know, I'm particular. I am particular. Because if it doesn't look right to me, then I'm not going to like it. So this is a little tiny piece of very pale yellow, which is in this flower here. And how about if I echo that flower down here? Would that be pretty? Or would it be prettier like if I had a button? I don't know. I don't know. All right, so it's time for butterflies. Maybe it's a butterfly that I need. Since it already has a flower, maybe it's a butterfly that I'm in need of. And I have some right here. And I think I like this one. Let me just get this out of here real quick. So you get the idea. It's not hard. It's just like it's almost like just making a cluster. You're just starting with a particular size piece of paper, a base. And you know, you can make inchies too. I have never attempted to make an inchy, which is 1 by 1 inch square. That is a tiny little thing. And I'm not sure I will ever make inchies. Not sure about that. So here we go. And so if I put this butterfly here, look at that. I think that is cool looking. A little bit of thread under it. I like a little bit of thread under my butterflies a lot of times. Not always, but quite often, because it just adds that little bit of texture and dimension to them. And I love it. I don't need much for a twinchy, do I? All right, so I wind it around my fingers and then I twist it. And then I just put it down underneath my butterfly and I leave the strings hanging. I think that is going to be cute. So I'm gonna glue that down in a minute. I like that. I don't know, I'm thinking I should have put a butterfly on this one instead of a button. Or maybe I should have put a butterfly on this one instead of, you know, let's do it. Let's see which one we like better. Instead of the big wax seal. The wax seal is beautiful, but I don't know if it's exactly the right thing for on this little twinchy. So, all kinds of things that we can do to decorate our journals, you know. And one thing that I've been thinking about that would be a good idea, that, you know, sometimes I'm searching for ideas and I know I've done many things, but then I can't think of it. So I'm thinking of making an idea journal, you know, like a notebook or even a book, like an altered book with just so many pages in it or whatever. And then when I make something, make one for in it so that I can go back and refer to it later. Oh, I really like that. I like that better. What do you think? I do. I like it. This one I'm going to put a button down here. And I might put a little butterfly as well, because there's a lot of butterflies in Tim Holtz stuff if you haven't never noticed. Like, I need another one of these up here, like up on the edge, and then this one down here. I really like that, so let me get another one. I have another one. I have a whole sheet of these butterflies that I can fussy cut. I forget who created them, but I am so thankful to whoever did. Sometimes I forget where I get my digitals too. I buy them, or someone does a challenge or whatever and puts out a freebie. And then later, sometimes I just forget because I've used so many, you know what I mean? And you just kind of forget where they come from. Sometimes I forget I have them. But when I start looking through my downloads or whatever, then I remember. So here we go. We have, oh my goodness, that is so cute. So cute. Look at these little things, these little twinchies. Oh my goodness. So I have, let's set these aside for now. So I have 4 of them here. Let me glue them down quick before they move. Oh, they're so cute. They're so cute. I love them. And I really do. I hardly make anything anymore without a butterfly on it because right now they're just so popular, you know, and you never get tired of them because they make everything beautiful. I don't get tired of them. Whoops, this is upside down. So I'm going to put that on there like that. Then I'm going to put a little tiny dot of glue. Put my messy thread on there. And then I'm going to put my butterfly on there. Oops, I got way too much glue on this butterfly. Way too much. That is ridiculous. I'm just going to put the little butterfly there. Looky there. Cute. Tim Holtz would be proud. All right, so let's glue this down. I am so thrilled that I used my Tim Holtz style paper. I could have done this with glue stick, this kind of paper. Look at that, how cool that looks on there. Oh my golly, I'll be using this now. It shows up, you know. I love it. Put this there. Let's see. I'm going to put the button down. Try not to be too messy. I don't have my baby wipe at the ready. All right, let's see. A little dot of glue in the center of this butterfly. And we'll put it up here. And the reason I do that is because when you look at something, you want it to flow. I mean, you want your eye to not just be clustered in one area, and you don't want to speckle everything everywhere. You want a natural flow. My eye goes to the button, the rose, and the butterfly. This is just, and the paper is there and it's pretty as a background, but my eye flows to these 3 pieces. Okay, same here. My eye flows this way. I have the butterfly, the string, you know, the thread, that word, and then the flower. You know what I mean? It just, you want it to do that same way here. Let me glue this down before I forget how it goes. And I'm just making it pleasing to the eye. Too straight, everything straight and like this is not as pleasing to the eye, if you ever notice. It's not as pleasing to the eye as things that are a little like this, disheveled and yet orderly. So my eye flows, you know, again, my eyes flow from the mushrooms to the butterfly. You know what I mean? It just has a natural flow to it that we want. Now on this one, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little, I don't know yet, let me look. I have these little digitals. And I'm wondering if that would look super cute. Maybe with a little tiny piece of lace. Now this is one of those cases where, whoops, this one. This is one of those cases where, I don't know if an odd number is going to be right or not. I think if I put a button and I put her up there, there again, I have that natural flow of my eye. And I have 5 pieces, which is an odd number. Your eye likes to look at odd numbers of pieces more than it does even. Now this is actually 5 because we count this base. It is actually a 5-piece cluster. Okay, so that's why it doesn't look bad. This is a 5-piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is only 4. I didn't put the thread on there or anything, and yet I'm all right with it. And in fact, I don't think I'm going to do anything else to it. This is one of those odd times when the odd number, I think it's the way it's placed. I'm not sure. I think it has to do with the way it's placed. And glue threads. And I don't know. And I'm thinking about this. Got glue on my fingers. And I'm thinking about this piece, and I really don't like this glue. And I'm not liking this book page on there. So I'm wondering if this, along, you know, I got glue on my finger now, and this would be better. Along with, let's move that up there with the little button, little tiny button. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces, and I like it better than the book page. So see what you have to do. You have to play around sometimes. If something doesn't look quite like you think it should look, change it. It's okay to change it. It's all right to change your mind. It's all right to change your pieces out. You know, things sometimes develop over time, you know, as you make it. You think, no, that's not right. What else could I put there? And then, you know, and then you find something. That's the cool thing. You know, and you just place them in such a way that the eye has a place to go. It kind of goes this way. So, in these particular cases, like I said, this is the odd man out. This actually has 4 layers. If I was a real stickler and I just wanted to add something, I could add some thread. I could take a little tiny piece of cheesecloth and put under there if I wanted to do that. This cheesecloth is real open weave, and it is like, I don't know if I can get this up or not without tearing. There it comes. Sometimes you have a little room, so there I can put a little piece of that, and now my brain's going to be happy that I have a little bit extra there. See that? Okay, so now it's a 5-layer. So there they are, folks. I did these twinchies. I guess I'm considering these Tim Holtz style twinchies. These are a lot of pieces that you would see in a Tim Holtz kind of thing. And I used his background papers. And so I'm gonna call it that. I love these. And they can go on a pocket. They can go on the corner of a page and be a little tuck. They can just go on there as a cluster, as a decoration. So there you go, folks. Twinchies. This is my first try at twinchies. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. You know, this is my first try at it. And so feel free to leave me a comment. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, click the button and subscribe so you don't miss any more tutorials or flip throughs of journals. And I hope you have a happy, crafty day. Until next time, bye-bye.